What is up, everybody? Good morning or good night today. Or good afternoon. Today's Car Talk episode is episode 5. So happy Car Talk Tuesday. Today I kind of wanted to talk about, I guess, in a way, talk about the subject is today about fear, and also, I guess, kind of stuff about thrill. Let me explain. So, as you guys have known, if you guys have seen the channel, I've gone skydiving, and I also plan on doing it again this summer, as well as going bungee jumping. On my bucket list, I have, rope swinging over this giant canyon. That looks pretty cool. I got like amusement park rides. This is a bunch of amusement parks where I want to ride like the scariest stuff. Basically a lot of things that is scary and dangerous. Now, I kind of wanted to talk about on why I do it, why I find like enjoyment out of it, because by the end of it, I think this is gonna be a good message. Okay, so let's get started on what first made me interested in skydiving. When I skydived, or it's always been something that's been on my bucket list, but when I was younger, I was very scared to do it. So I wanted to do it, but I was too scared to do it. As I've gotten older, I started to realize that I don't like being scared. And I didn't want to be scared anymore. I just wanted to get it done and do it. So, with the type of person I am, I don't like being afraid. And when I am afraid of something, then I'll do it. So, I was afraid of skydiving. So, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go skydiving. And when I did do it, and this kind of started, well, leading up to it, we were preparing for it. Whereas, so there's this amusement park called Darien Lake. They have this ride, which I could pull up, which Noah will pull up a video of how it works, where you go into a Superman position. You're connected to this giant wire, usually with two other people next to you, and you have this rope that someone is going to eventually pull. But they take you way, 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 way up, 180 feet, and then someone pulls the rope, and you fly back down, and then you keep swinging. You just keep on swinging. I did that senior year of high school for the first time. And the adrenaline that I had after was kind of what made me want to, I guess, chase it. Kind of like a drug, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I realize me explaining this, I make myself sound like a drug addict. But the amount of adrenaline that I had at that moment was like so intense, I wanted to get it again. So then I went over and I did the slingshot. Usually, like, most amusement parks have a slingshot type ride. I was scared of that too, so I did it. I don't have a video of that, but you can imagine what it is. Basically, you sit in this little ball, and then they count down 3, 2, 1, and then they fly you into the sky. And then you turn, and then you go back down, and then you bounce back up, and then you just keep on going until you slowly get lower and lower. And the adrenaline that I found from those two, I wanted to chase it. So, I did skydiving. Pretty big jump. I'm not gonna hold you. The difference between those rides and that was night and day. after we landed, I was shaking for about an hour. Just from all the adrenaline. It wasn't even so much from... It just hits you all at once. When you first, like, leave the plane, your whole body just kind of resets, if that makes any sense. Like, you don't process what's happening. Until he pulls the parachute, then you just processed, whoa, I went skydiving. And just the adrenaline I had after, I never experienced. So now I want to do basically everything else that's crazy. I might as well. And how I also look at it is, well, I already went skydiving. Sorry, I almost crashed. I already went skydiving. Might as well go bungee jump. And when I do it, I try to make sure, you know, because yes, I get the mentality behind it, because there is the chance that the parachute won't pull. There is the chance that the rope might break. But I guess how I look at it in a very statistical way, where, I mean, the odds of it happening is so low, especially that I did it with a professional. When I went skydiving, I did it, the person who I was attached to, he had over 5,000 jumps. So, I mean, the odds of all of that guy failing, I felt were so low that I would have been fine. And I was fine. It was very fun. Now when I go a second time, I'm not even going to be afraid of it anymore. It's just going to be just pure enjoyment, excitement. And then as far as the bungee jumping goes, the spot I picked out is this place in Quebec where they had no accidents. And it looks pretty, they look very, you know, all the staff looks very professional. They know what they're doing. So, you know, I'm not too afraid of the fact that, oh, I might die. I mean, yeah, there's the chance, but that's the same thing with, the way I look at it is the same thing with everything. Every time you get into your car, the chances of you getting in a car crash is there. Does that mean you can't go into your car? It's like that SpongeBob episode where he was so afraid of the world, where he just trapped himself inside his house. Like, you can't do that. Enjoy life, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's there for. Enjoy the experiences. I don't regret jumping. I'm gonna have that experience for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna try to encourage other people to do it, because it also helped face my fear. There was one con, though, of doing all this adrenaline stuff, that I've noticed. Basically, anything below it sets the bar very high. So anything you do below it is not gonna ever get you to that point. You know what I mean? Like, when I go to an amusement park, the odds of me experiencing what I experienced, probably not gonna happen. I'll be scared, but the fact that I was shaking for an hour after jumping, or I'm not gonna experience that again. So that's the one con, is everything does kind of get downplayed. I'm trying to find the right words. But yeah, if anyone is considered doing anything like that, I do think, though, I mean, I personally would have done it by myself if none of my friends wanted to do it. I'm definitely glad that I had two friends who wanted to also do it. But I guess we'll get into that topic too, as far as, you know, do you need friends for everything? Not really. Because there's stuff like, for example, like working out. There's so many people I talk to about, oh, I can't work out by myself, or I need to have someone with me to work out, which I get. I used to be in that same position, but people, you're gonna find yourself not getting to where you want to get if you keep having to rely on everyone else to get to your goals. You know what I mean? Like, if your goal is to lose weight and you need to hit the gym, you're gonna have to learn to hit the gym by yourself. You can't always expect someone else, because their life is not your life. They have stuff going on where they can't attend to your needs. So you have to learn how to attend to your own needs. The way I look at the gym is it's a non-negotiable. It's fun, no matter what, in which doing that has helped me stay consistent all the time, and stay more disciplined, because I hate going to the gym. I really do. Can't stand it. But it's a non-negotiable. So no matter what happens, no matter how busy my schedule is, I work it in. Which I think is how everyone should look at it. But back to the other topic, you have to learn how to go yourself. It's not the end of the world. You'll have the occasional times where you could go with your friend. Some people have their gym bro. Maybe it's their roommate that they live with. But you also have to learn how to work out by yourself. It's just a good skill to have. Because let's say you do have your gym bro right now. Okay. Great. You get to work out. You two get to work out together every day, or every time you guys work out. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Working out with people is way more. Don't get me wrong. It's way more fun than working out by yourself. But then what's gonna happen when you move out? He might not always be able to go with you at the same time. You're gonna have to be able to go by yourself, which is okay. So I feel like that mentality, people got to get out of that mentality. It's not a efficient mentality to have if you want to go after your goals. You got to learn how to do things yourself, which is something that for me I had to grow into over time. And yeah, kind of blanking out today. There wasn't much. That was really a lot that I wanted to talk about today. Was really the working out thing kind of just came to my head. Really, I wanted to talk about that adrenaline stuff, because I have a lot of plans. As far as vlogging goes, everything on my bucket list plans to be vlogged. Everything. Just because I want to, for a few, to show you guys. Hopefully you see those. Hopefully you see those as a way to motivate yourselves to also chase after your bucket list. Because that, I tell you what though, that I've talked about this on other episodes on Car Talks, but that bucket list really does motivate you. You know what I mean? Like it really does. Every time I look at it, I'm like, damn, all right, I gotta complete more things. I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep getting to where I want to get, which is hard. I made one stupid decision where it was moving out, which did set me back around, a year and a half of work, because I chose the wrong people. But it's okay. I don't really have regrets. Well, I guess besides that, but regretting in general, there's not much you can do about it. I can't go back in time. If I could go back in time, I would go back in time and change that path. I wouldn't have moved out. But I wanted to get out of my mom's house. Those people also wanted to move out. We were all very close at the time, so we went for it. And I'll explain this situation a little more in detail with the Car Talk. But it just didn't work out. Wasted a lot of money. That's the thing that sucks about it. Wasted a lot of money on it. And all of it is just a huge headache that I've been dealing with. And it set me back a lot. We're slowly though, we're back on track. I'm posting videos again. I'm making my money back again. It's just gonna be a process. It was kind of just a big old waste of time. It was a good experience, but it was a waste of time, essentially. I didn't need to do it. I did it because I really, really wanted to move out. And I thought it would be a lot more fun than it really was. It is what it is. The only thing that pissed me off was all the I told you so's that I got. Which, you know what? We're going to talk about that too. This might be a little bit of a rant. But I absolutely hate I told you so's. Sometimes people be dragging it and be pissing me off. Like, they be constantly talking about it. And it's like, yo, alright, cool. I told you so. You were right. Should have listened to you. Now what? Like, what do you want me to do? Go back in time? And I hate it. I hate it so much. When you made a mistake, and especially when it's someone told you not to do something, you still did it, and it ended up not working out, the last thing you want to hear is I told you so. Like, damn, I know I made that mistake. I should have listened to you. Cool. Alright, what do you want me to do about it? Like, you live and you learn. It is what it is. As long as it was a big mistake, but I learned from it. Now, next time I move out again, it'll most likely be, not most likely, it's gonna be a house. That way probably a duplex or, whatever I guess I find at the time. But next time I move out would be a house, not an apartment. Honestly, it was stupid. Now that I think about it. It's a stupid thing. But we'll get into that in another topic. I'm starting to get close to work. But I will end it off with, if you guys have ever considered that adrenaline stuff, consider doing it yourself. If you want, try to find people that, are willing to do it with you. But you might be unlucky. A lot of people don't have that same mentality that they want to do those crazy stuff. So instead of, instead of making it so that, because this person doesn't want to go, now I can't go, and now you don't get that experience, instead of blocking your experience, just go do it by yourself. If you want, record it so you could show off. Honestly, skydiving has been a huge talking point. That is a very interesting factor when people find out that I went skydiving. That I have the video to show them about it, and I talk about it. Now, that's not why I do these things. I would do these things to talk about them. It is cool having the stories and experiences. I do feel like it makes you more of an interesting person, but that shouldn't be the sole reason. The reason I did it was because I wanted to do it. The having the interesting topic starter, well, not really topic starter, but the interesting conversation kind of just came as a byproduct. Well, I gotta go. I gotta serve T-Mobile. Get all these people signed up with our services. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.